What's up, family? This is your boy Gerald. It is Tuesday, March 7th, 2017. How are you doing? You got to bear with me, family. I'm just starting my day. I got my coffee in my cup, but I wanted to put this out for a couple reasons. See, today's my birthday. That's right. And I'm happy. I'm very happy because I didn't have to wake up today. I didn't. In my sleep, I could have ceased to exist. But God gave me favor and I was granted the right to open up my eyes to take in that precious breath, to allow my organs to function without delay, without any delay. So this keeps me humble, family. It keeps me humble. Yes, it does. Because you're not guaranteed to see the next 5 minutes. You're not guaranteed to see the sunset. You're not guaranteed to make it through the night. So it's very, very important that you see the value in your life, no matter what is being presented in front of you as a task, as an obstacle, as a challenge. You must love yourself more. You must give yourself what you require, what you need. You don't need permission to be you. You are you. But it matters not if you don't love yourself to begin with. So I wanted to take today not too much of your time and just put that in your mind, because it is the things that are evident we take for granted, and that is a bad habit, because you know the reality of the world that we live in. Someone's not. Someone's not going to make it home. Unfortunately, someone's not going to wake up. Unfortunately, someone will not make it through the night. So while you got access to the precious body of yours, you got to protect it. You got to put what's required to guarantee that time. Because guess what, family? For my young folks, see, I understand right now life is great no matter what is being shown. And a lot of us remember our moments as teenagers, as youngsters, in our 20s. And we we automatically think that, well, you know what? Time is always on my side. I ain't worried about it. I'll get to it when I do. You got to change that mindset because you're cheating yourself. There's a difference between seizing opportunities and being an opportunist. See, an opportunist has no loyalty to themselves and does not have a problem sacrificing you. An opportunity is always given when it is earned. The kicker is you cannot measure it with your watch. That is why you have a lot of skeptics in the world that say, well, that's why we call it fate, Gerald. It just happened, Gerald. Well, they choose to demarginalize their lives that way. Because you just didn't happen to be born. It wasn't fate that you were brought to this planet. Everything is measured through cause and reaction. It just depends on the perception and the viewpoint of what is revealed and how you see it. So, how do you see yourself? Do you love you? Who am I talking to? Do you respect yourself? Do you desire to be the greatest self, the greatest image of yourself? You know that doesn't happen overnight, right? It is like a diamond that has been pulled from the soil. The debris, the impurities that had it buried and not easily seen by the eye. There's a process. But if you stay true to that process, the biggest luster, the biggest impact will be bestowed to the world because that is nothing but a definition and a description of the making of you. Do you know who you are? Because if you did, you would know what is required to make it come to pass. So today I feel very humble because the fact that I also see something else that is required. And not to be rude, but give me 10 seconds, family. 10 seconds. Well, make it 15. I'll make it brief. All right, give me 10 more. Be right back. Of course, they got to be outside the door. But that's okay, because my message will still get the intended mark, and that's you. So, as I woke up this morning, I I realized something more more pivotal that was occurring on this day, significance of my birthday. And I realized that, yep, God has given me the blessing of life and how grateful I am. And then I realized something else. Do you realize that every time you celebrate your birthday, that is also the it is the closing of one chapter in the beginning of another. So on your birthday, this is the moment that you should intuitively make your intentions known. And if you do that within 365 days, you should be either closer to your objective or you should have already completed it. That's right. What I'm talking about is manifestation, family. Because do you realize that when you celebrate another birthday, just take a second and just look back at all the things that you have been exposed to. Take note of all the things that have been revealed to you and how it impacted you and the insight and the wisdom that came from it. You still don't believe God exists? Doesn't exist? You still don't believe that his angels are in your life? Now, I know there might be some folks who be saying, well, Gerald, you all chipper and everything, and you just come off too optimistic. You're a dreamer. We're talking about you. Nobody said that your life was going to be daffodils and posies and hummingbirds. No. What's at stake is your life, your legacy, and the dreams and hopes that were bestowed from your elders. Who am I talking to? So it's important, family. If you don't decide to invest in your life, when? Because there are countless people, unfortunately, that have made the conscious decision to give up. I'm too old. I can't do this. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm this way because of Larry, Moe, and Jack. And I'm going to have this mindset. But Manny, Moe, and Jack don't give a damn about you. Just a footnote in the back of their mind. This ain't shade. This is love. This is what's required to be the best you, is to always love yourself more, ground your feet, place God first in all you do. Because if you do that, you know what the greatest gift will be? You'll have the understanding of what intimacy is. You know what intimacy is? It's what we know as walking with grace. So you don't have to worry about walking, looking over your shoulder or remembering what you said or the company you keep. You don't worry about that because you don't compromise yourself. It's not being shadeful. It's not being spiteful or being a negative person. It's seeing the importance of the value of your mortality. Now, here's a trade off on that. And it's unfortunately the brutal truth. You come to realize that some of the truths and ideologies that were bestowed to you were put there in place to keep you from you. You see and understand why things took place and who conveyed that, regardless of their association to your life, may it be by way of blood or bone or by simple agreement of time shared. All the while, you do understand there's God there giving you the opportunity to reflect and answer the question, do you understand? Do you understand what I'm showing you? Do you get the message? And this is something only you can answer because it is intimacy. Into me I see. If you don't have a love affair with yourself, you'll never have a love affair to the world because everything is spiritual, family. I know there are people that want nothing more to convince you otherwise. You can't worry about them. You can pray on them, you can pray for them, and hope that the price that will be paid is not so impactful that you know, at the end of the day, it is about free will of choice. So maybe this is the day that you'll decide to finally get out of your own way. Maybe this will be the day that you'll finally decide to heal. Maybe this is the day that you will truly forgive yourself for actions that have enslaved your steps because it was nothing but made from fear. You know why fear exists in 2017? It's because people don't have empathy to have the dialogue, to make communication, to get the answer that is needed. So they choose to shortchange themselves and take co, um, covert means to an outcome which will only end up being paid for through time because you will have to go back and correct and fix. So that's time lost. That's time cheated. And for what? For their acceptance? For short term gratification? Or simply just trying to find your way in the world? Family, you're not of this world. You're a spiritual being first. The physicality is only there because we live on a earthly realm, and that is why your life plays out the way it does. If you don't take yourself serious, do you expect your life? Do you expect everything that comes with your life to do the same? Because what we put out in the world is what comes back. That's why no matter what the allegory is, it's the same message. You reap what you sow. So if there's no value in what you represent emotionally, there's going to always be someone that's going to try to take advantage of it. If you don't see value in you, you can't expect your environment to see value. So we can see a parallel in communication, sender, receiver. If you don't have any, if you don't see the importance of what you are conveying, how can you expect how can you understand, how can your audience be receptive to it? So who are you fooling? Or what are you losing? So I'm happy today because this signifies a closing of a year. I've done a lot, and I look forward to this next cycle. And I got a lot right off the gate. Um, I'm just gonna throw a disclaimer. Uh, in the next week or so, well, I'll just put it out there. This weekend will be the last video I put on this channel or on YouTube for a little bit. No, I've got things I have to do. I have to prepare for. And for those who are a part of the Journey of a Man channel, um, I'll go in further depths on that. But I can definitely tell you this is going to be a great spring, summer. This is going to be great. And I'm looking forward to that. And then, so the environment, the backdrop you see is going to be different. But that's all right. That's okay. So I hope wherever you are, make this the day that you decide to see the integrity of what you stand for. You don't need permission to love yourself. You don't need permission to evolve. But what you do need is to be true to yourself. And that's what matters most. So, hope you have a blessed week, family. I will jump on here hopefully this weekend. But if I don't, I'll be on Google Plus. And if you got any questions or concerns, by all means, hit me up. I try to be punctual and be the best you. Why? Because you're priceless. God's praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. Nobody's going to do your work, nor can anyone love you more than you. So when you going to claim it, you're worth it. Be blessed, y'all. Peace.